Welcome back to Fat to Fit Fridays. Week 4 is in the books and I am feeling good. So my weight is on track for what I had in my goals. But the amazing part is the way my clothes are feeling. I have been able to move my belt down a notch. Did that yesterday. And my 36 shorts that I wear almost all the time, they're really starting to get looser. I think there's hope that the 34s are in my future again. Now, the hard part has always been the calorie control. You know, I've done the water, no problem, every day. I actually don't miss soda. I think I had one this week. We had a day where I had a lot of calories left over because I'd been so busy. Cindy and I went to the dreaded McDonald's. Don't tell anybody. This is just between me and you. And so I did get the chicken nuggets, so I didn't have all the bread and all that kind of stuff. But the calories have been the hard part, especially when you're out with friends. So we were invited to a cookout last Saturday, and we went over to Mickey and Dwayne's. You've probably seen them on a couple of my other videos. We met them in Rockport, Texas, and they followed us up here to Montana. And so we were over there because they wanted to fix us dinner and hang out with some other work campers that we work with. So they made this big pot. I don't even know. I know it was good, but I had no way of figuring out the calories. It was pasta, it was chicken, it was some kind of white sauce, it was bell peppers, it was mushrooms, had, I don't know what kind of spices, because it was a little hot. It's absolutely delicious. Have no idea how many calories. So I tried to save up as many calories as I could for the day, and I did the absolute best that I could. I say that I did have 2 helpings. It was unbelievable food. So then I had one other day that I know that I missed the calorie count by a couple of 100 calories. So I'm gonna say that 5 days I did perfect. The 2 days, and believe it or not, both of them were where we were with friends. So it is what it is. I did not have any problems getting my steps in. As y'all have heard me talk in the past, I'm working on a 30-day 10,000 step challenge, and last week I had 2 days that I was between 10 and 11,000. The other 5 days I was between 12 and 15,000 steps. And I've noticed that I don't get as exhausted as fast or out of breath as fast. Now, up here, you get altitude sickness. Our baseline here at the park, I think, is 7,400 feet. And then we're going up as high as 9,000 and 10,000 feet at times. And so the altitude sickness is a real thing. You get short on breath. The air is thinner up here, but I mean, overall, I see a huge difference than when I started this a month ago in my total health. It's amazing. The only thing I'm missing is I like to have something sweet at night. And with 2,020 calories, and with the number of calories I'm burning between my job, which is outside and a little physical, and the steps, that seem like I'm requiring more calories to have the energy level. But at 2,020 calories, I'm finding it hard to fit in a little Cersei at the end of the night. Like, I'll give you an example. This morning I got up, I had 2 cups of coffee. Now we've switched from aspartame and we've switched from the powdered creamer, which were actually, both of those were lower calories, but I've gone to agave to sweeten my coffee. It's all natural, it's organic, it's better for you. But the difference is, where the aspartame was 0 calories, the agave is 100, well, it's 60 calories per cup of coffee. So I'm plus 120 calories with 2 cups of coffee. And then I've switched from the sugar-free Walmart French vanilla creamer for my coffee, and that went from 30 calories, I think, to 100. We're using a organic creamer that's liquid, that goes in a refrigerator, and it has a much higher calorie count, but it doesn't have all the hazardous additives that the powdered creamer had. So I'm eating healthier, but sometimes to eat healthier, you have to increase your calorie count. And so I had 2 cups of coffee for breakfast, and then I had a bagel with real butter. So I think the bagel was 260 calories. The real butter, not that fake butter or the cheap butter, you know, that is lower in calories but has all the additives. This all natural butter, you know, 1 teaspoon's 100 calories, I believe. And then I drizzled between the 2 sides of the bagel a teaspoon of honey, clover honey, all natural again. I believe it's organic. It was 60 calories. So before, where I was eating, you know, under 300 calories for breakfast this morning was 600 and something calories. So, you know, it's I say all that to say I'm having a hard time getting my sweets in the end of the night. So how did week 4 go? Well, I felt like I did pretty good, except for those 2 days of, I don't know how many calories I ate one day, and the other one going over. We got my totals here. Week 4, I weighed in at 213.4 pounds. It was close, but disappointingly, it was under a pound. So I lost 0.9 pounds. I was talking to somebody about it last night, and they indicated that that's pretty typical. You get to a point to where you plateau and the weight just doesn't come off. And they said I wear shorts. Looking at my legs, they can tell that I've put on a good amount of muscle in my legs. Now, as soon as my rib injury, I bruised a rib last week, heals, I'm going to start doing push-ups to help build my chest and arms. So that's 0.9 pounds. That's a total of 6.1 pounds lost, which is an average of 1.525 pounds a week. I'm happy with that. My goal is a pound a week. I feel like I'm doing good. Appreciate y'all being with me, and we'll see you on week 5. Thanks again.